So today we are learning how to create a hospital database that we can use for sample analysis. Okay. So first of all, we will create a database and we will call it hospital DB. So we are inside PHP MyAdmin. We have used AMPs to run PHP MyAdmin. We have Apache and MySQL running. And here we are creating hospital DB 18 May. Okay. Create. So now the database will be created. Okay. Now, what sort of tables will be there in a hospital? This is my question to both of you. What sort of tables will be there in a hospital? Data. First of all, who comes to hospitals? Like what is their client? Patients, right? So, so you will create a table called tblpatients. Okay. I am just using prefix tbl so that we know that this is a table. In the database, you can see I have used db suffix, right? Although I've just given a team name, but so when we are creating a database name, you can give it like db. When you are creating a table, you can make it like trivia. Now in table patient, what sort of information will we have? Name, age. Instead of age, if we use date of birth, instead of, right? Instead of name, if we will use date of birth, then we will be able to calculate the age dynamically, right? Otherwise, we have to change the date every time. Name, age, gender will be there, right? Bl- blood group will be there. So even let's say we are storing address. So if you will store complete address, then finding patients by a particular city or area will be difficult. So when we are storing address, what we do, we write city, we write area, right? So we will write area, city, pin code, something like that, right? So this way we can, our searchability will improve. So these are some data. So how many columns are there? 3, 3, 6, 1, 7, right? So now we will write, so it is asking what is table name, TBL patient, right? How many columns? So I will write 7. Is it okay? Yeah. Actually, there will be one more column because we will have patient ID also. So the first column that we add in every table is ID. So we'll write patient ID. Okay, patient ID. This is a unique identity. Like in your school, you have a roll number, right? So just like that, this will be patient's unique identity in our database. Now it is asking what is the length value. Mohan, what should be the length value here according to you?
Like 10, 10 maybe.
Why 10? Like 10 is a very very big number, right? Let's say
Big.
let's say there will be 50,000 patients. Just giving you an example. Even to do 50,000 patients, it will be a big task. But 50,000, let's say, or 5 lakh patients. So in a way you are right, but initially like 2 to 4 to 6, right? So we can write 6 because it depends upon capacity of the hospital also. That's why we can write 6 here. And even though if we don't write 6, okay, let's see. Then we have name. So others, what happens is what type of data you are trying to store. On the basis of that, you select the type. Okay. So, for example, what are the different data types that SQL supports? Different data types are, and different data types in general. So there is a data type called integer. it will store whole numbers, right?
Yes, sir.
There will be a data type called string. String means it will hold,
A,
uh,
B,
yeah, A, B, alphanumerical values.
alphabet. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
alphabets and combination of alphabets and numbers. Then there will be float or decimal, right? Float, decimal, double. These are like they store decimal point numbers. Okay. Then there will be date, date, time. Okay.
Okay,
So
sir.
these type of data types will be there, Boolean, etc. But the string data type can have a fixed number of characters and it can have a variable number of characters. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So if it has a fixed number of characters, we call it char. Okay. If it is a variable number of characters, we call it varchar. For example, your name is Adarsh. The other student, his name is Mohan Sundaram, right? My name is Ankit. So we all have different number of characters in our name, right? So that's why in information like name, we use varchar. Is it okay? That means variable number of characters. And here you can see for a string, we have char, varchar, tiny text, text. Suppose you have to store a very, very large set of data. Suppose you are storing an article, right? A complete article or an essay of 5,000 words. So for that, instead of using varchar, instead of using char, you will choose text. Is it okay, Mohan? Like you can see, a text can have a maximum length of 65,000 characters. Okay. And if you think your information is more than that, so you can choose a medium text or a long text. Okay. It can store 4 GIB data, right? So this is important. So that's why it, but our name, right? Name is a very small value, right? As compared to an article or an essay or a report. So that's why we will put 50 here. Like suppose someone's name is Mutayya Murlidharan. So you can count how many characters are there in his name. And that way you can decide what will be the maximum number of values, maximum number of characters. So that's why we are writing 50 here, considering that people will not have a name with more than 50 characters. And if they have, you can increase the number. So this is what this length means. Now this patient ID, its type is integer. Okay, others? So because its type is integer, so we will use automatic increment here. Okay. What do you mean by automatic increment? Suppose we are inserting a patient. So let's say here we are trying to insert patient's information. So this is ID, this is name. So if I write a name Ajay, then we have to type the ID manually. Then if I type Bhomik, so I will type 2 here. Then if I type Chandan, then I will type 3 here. So I am typing the ID manually, right? What if I keep adding value here like Dinesh, Ishwar? What if I keep adding value here and this ID automatically increments? So that is what this AI is. So this is also a primary key. A primary key is a unique identity of record. Okay. So every patient will have a unique ID in our system. That's why we are declaring it as primary key. So we have patient ID, name, we can write blood group. Okay. Now in blood group, you know that a finite number of choices are available. Yes or no? बताओ भाई.
Please repeat again.
In blood group, only finite number of choices are available,
Yes, sir.
right? So in blood group, we can select something called enum. Enum is what? Enumerate. Like it's like a drop down. Okay, Mohan, is it clear that when you know the choices, so you can use a data type that is called enum. Now let me show you. When you will edit enum, let's say A positive, B positive, AB positive, AB negative, or A negative, and you can add value, right? B negative, add value, AB negative, O positive, O negative, whatever other value are there, you can add. Okay, so O negative, something like that. So we know that these are the possible values, and we will click go. So it will automatically create that. Okay, and when we will insert the data, you will understand. So this is clear, Mohan, why we are choosing enum here.
Yeah, it is.
It's like a single select drop down. Okay, then what is other, like date of birth and gender. Date of birth, what will be the data type of date of birth? It will be a date, right? For gender, let's say for gender also we go with enum. Okay, so in enum we will write male, female, other. Okay, and we can select like that. Then what else? Area, city, pin code. So I'll just write area. Area is also going to be a varchar, and I will write 50 here. City, city is also going to be varchar. Okay, for example, because in city name you can have variable number of characters. So city we will write as varchar 50. Okay, and so this is name, blood group, date of birth, etc., and whatever else you want to add. For example, email, phone number. Let's say we are adding phone number. So in case of phone number, we can take varchar and we can write 15. Like any phone number will not be larger than this value. Remember, for patient ID, we have not written something. Let's see. Now what will happen? We can simply save it. Okay. So it is saying that blood group has a duplicate value. So it is giving us an error. So let's see. And here you can see B negative is 2 times. Okay. A positive, B positive, AB positive, A negative, B negative. Let's add AB negative. Maybe we had a mistake. So if there is a mistake in enum, you know, values cannot be repeated. And when you will do that, your table will be created. So this is how you can create a table. Then you can go to insert. In insert, we are not going to insert patient ID. And one very important thing, at the time of creation, we did not provide anything in front of integer, right? So in previous cases, you had to provide integer length, but here you can avoid integer length because it will automatically adjust. Now let's say we are trying to insert a patient. So let's say we will not enter patient ID because it is auto increment. We will write patient name. Let's say patient name is John Doe. Blood group. So now you can see we are seeing it as a drop down. Let's say it is a positive. For date of birth, you can see since we provided date as a data type, it is giving us a calendar. So let's write this. Let's say date of birth in 1996. Okay. Gender, again a drop down. Area, let's say area is 123 street. I don't know what is that. City is New York. Phone is 123456. Okay, and we add this patient. So when you will add this patient, you are seeing some queries which we are going to learn. So at the time of creation of table, at the time of creation of database, at the time of inserting records in a database, you will see some records. So here you can see we have patient ID 1 automatically written, blood group and gender. So gender comes as female. It is a mistake. So we will edit the record and we will edit it and save. Then also you can see update TBL patient, set gender is equal to male, where patient ID is equal to 1. Okay. So we are going to learn all these queries. So this is how you can create a table in a hospital. Okay. So this is how you can use the data type enum while creating tables. And now let's say, because we are going to connect this uh, with Power BI or Tableau or something for analysis, right? So
Yeah.
we can go to SQL. So today we are going to learn insert and update commands. Okay, is it okay? So first let's learn insert command.
Actually,
Yeah. So now let's see how we will insert a record. To insert a record, we have a table here. So first we will see the structure. Okay. Structure is patient ID, name, blood group, date of birth, gender, area, city, phone. So we can write them down somewhere. Okay. So first write down whatever columns you have, and how, like, write, it will be extra work to write down and etc etc. So what you can do, you can go to your table, you can go to SQL, and you will see a insert button here. Can you see?
yeah, see,
If
see.
you will click that, it will give you the code. Okay. So that's how easy it is, but we are going to do it manually. So I'm just writing down names. Okay. So we will open Notepad. So these are the columns that we have to insert. How many columns are there? One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. How many columns are there?
Seven columns.
One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. Here are 8 columns. Why are we not taking patient ID? We are not taking patient ID because it is auto increment, right? So first of all, write down name of all the columns that you want to insert. So insert records in patient table. So in to insert record in patient table, first of all you will write insert into, and after insert into, table name. Okay. So insert into table name. What is the name of our table here? TBL patients. Then you will create a bracket, and in your bracket you will write down all those column names, comma separated. Okay. I told you the use of this left inverted comma yesterday, that if it is a table name, if it is a database name, okay, or if it is a column name, so we can enclose them inside these left inverted commas. Next is you will write values. Okay, you will write values here. What can we write inside values? So inside values we can write in the same sequence. Okay, in the same sequence. So name, but here we are going to write them inside single inverted comma. Is it okay?
Yeah.
So inside single inverted comma. So what is name? Let's say name is Jane Doe. Blood group is B negative. Date of birth is in the format like 1990, 12, 11. Gender is female. Area is 345 West Street. I'm just writing something. City is, let's say, San Dimas. Phone is 23451, whatever. So now we are writing these values, right? Suppose you have to insert another, you can write comma and you can write another bracket, and in, now in the same way you can copy them and write. But right now let's try to insert one values. So here is that if you compare it to what SQL gives you, so here you can see it is the same thing. If you ever forget, so you can take help of this also. But we will write our own SQL, and if there is any error, it will let us know. For example, suppose if I forgot to add something here, so it is going to tell me that ending quote was expected near this. Okay, so if there is some error, so by copying it, if I click go, so now it is saying something that we have to understand. It is saying TBL patient does not exist. Okay, so if let's check TBL. Okay, so we forgot to mention one TSL. So TBL patients. Now the spelling is correct. Now, if you will see,
Spelling mistake, sir.
yeah, that was a spelling mistake. And now you can see second record was inserted. Okay. Now, because we will use this data set for analysis. Okay. So I'm just showing you one simple thing. I will take this screenshot. So once again, I will take this screenshot. Okay. And after taking the screenshot, let me copy this. Obviously, it is not clear. So I just copied that screenshot here. Okay. Give MySQL insert query with 50 such patients information random or whatever you want to give. So it will read the data, okay, and analyze it. Like this way we can create some sample data sets of our own, and after creating those sample data sets we can use them in our dummy projects. So we'll wait for it to generate. So basically it has generated some records, and obviously it is generating some IDs. So now let's copy that, and then we can go to SQL and you can see the command, right? It is generating, and now this is first value, then second, then third. So after writing inside brackets and comma separated fashion, you can enter them. You can see it has given us patients, so we'll write TBL patients because we forgot to tell SQL what names were there. You can see duplicate entry for key 1 2, right? So obviously I'm going to say 9 10, and that's why you don't have to give these 1 2 3 4 these IDs. Okay, so but it's okay. Now you can see it has generated some records for us, and this is completely synthetic data. So what you can understand from here is, even for your data analysis purpose, you can create these type of records. Second is, we have created tbl patient. This is insert command. Now let's say we want to update some record. Okay, we want to update the date of birth of Kimberly Moyer. Okay, so how to do that? For update, you will write update, and in update, first you have to write that particular table's name, right? So update tbl patients, one line. Next is what we have to update. Let's say date of birth. Let's say date of birth in 1995. Update tbl patients, set date of birth as, set date of birth equal to 1995 11 12. I'm just giving one example. Where, so you write update, then you will write set, and then you will write where, and here you will write something that can understand which record to update. So that's why we have this patient ID. We'll write where patient ID equal to, and what is the patient ID? 6. So this is the command. So update tbl patient, set date of birth column value equal to this value, where patient ID value is equal to 6. And when you will update this, you can see one row affected, and now when you are going to see, you can see now it is updated. So this is how you can write update query. So this is insert query, this is update query. So yesterday we studied create, today we have studied insert and update. So in SQL, we have to first see create, read, update, and delete. So read is something that will take some time, because in read we can write multiple statements. But create, read, update, and delete. Now let's say we want to delete some patient. Let's say we want to delete patient with ID 8. So what will you write? Delete from table patient where patient ID equal to this. Okay. So let's copy this and try whether this will work. So here we are going to write delete from table patient, and anytime if you forget, so you can go to SQL and you can see delete. So when you will see, it is saying delete from table patient where 0. Okay. So it is just giving you a syntax, but in actual what we have written, delete from table patient where. Now here you have to understand, and this is my mistake while explaining, that if we are writing, if actually it is not case sensitive, okay, but either we write commands in capital case or lower case, okay, uppercase or lowercase. So don't try to mix, it looks weird, although it will not be wrong, but don't try to mix. So, and as a beginner, just write everything in capital and make sure you are writing your names properly. Let me write the name as TBL patient. Okay, let me write that. So what will it do? Let's click go. So it accepted that, and as I told you, it is not case sensitive. Okay? You will see that patient ID 8 will be gone. But the thing is, you should write it in the same case as you have, just to avoid any kind of confusion. Okay, so like if it is a table name, if it is a column name, try to write it in a same way. If it is anything else, just keep it like that. So write your SQL commands in capital and your table name and column name as you have written it here. Although they are case sensitive, but sometimes I have seen sometimes it's a problem, like some servers when we were creating some applications, So some PHP servers were not accepting that. So we had to change everything. That's why. So this is delete command. Okay. So delete from tbl patient where this. And in this where you can see in this where we are actually comparing a value. This equal to is a comparison operator. Okay. A comparison operator is something which can take multiple symbols like equal to, greater than, less than, not equal to, and I'm going to teach you this where clause in great detail, but this is a simple way, and later we are going to study logical operators. So this is something that we will cover tomorrow, like comparison operators. This will help us in data analysis. Logical operators. Okay, so that will help us in understanding a lot of queries in a better way. So today you just have to practice these three queries. I will just give this query to you guys. And next is I am giving you a homework. Okay. So we have created table patient. You have to create table doctors. Okay. From your own understanding or take help of ChatGPT or any other tool. See what columns will be there. TBL doctors. Before that, create another table called TBL departments. Departments are like nephrology, cardiology, gastrology, this type of departments are there. So in this table, there will be only department ID, department name, only this much. And when you are creating a doctor, so there will be name, provide department ID here. Okay. So do this much. This will be your task. So I'm just writing it here. Task. So first you have to create a patient table. Then you have to create a department table with department ID, department name. Insert some records here. Then you will write tbl doctor and write name. For example, there is nephrology. So add one doctor in nephrology. There is cardiology. Add one doctor in cardiology. Nephrology for kidney related, maybe, right? Cardiology for heart related. So, and you can search how many departments are there, like departments in hospital. You can see dermatology, medicine, ENT, orthopedics, oncology. You can see these neurology, etc., etc. So whatever departments are there, just add 4 or 5 of them, and try to add one doctor each. What we are doing is we are preparing a sample data set, that we will analyze using different tools. So this will be your task. If you have any trouble performing this task, we will discuss it in the next class.